It's wonderful. I'm going to introduce you very professionally, and then the floor is yours. So, everyone, our next session highlights something that's very, very close to my heart. It's the Open Network Learning, or otherwise known as the ONL. It's a global community that has redefined how educators connect, collaborate, and learn together. Presenting Open Network Learning, Building Global Communities of Practice Online, is Professor Jörg Pareigis from Karlstad University. Jörg is an assistant professor in business administration and a researcher at the CTF Services Research Center, where his work explores customer experience, co-production, and the environments that shape human interaction. As part of the ONL organizing committee, Jörg has been instrumental in developing open, research-based online courses that bring together educators and professionals worldwide. He continues to inspire innovation in teaching and learning, and I can personally attest to that. I've joined ONL as a participant back in 2022, and like so many others, I have stayed now as a facilitator because the sense of community and shared growth that Jörg and his colleagues have built is absolutely transformative. So I hope that you two will join and see the immense value in this online opportunity for personal and professional development. So, the floor is yours, Jörg.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Bianca. I'm so flattered. I never got an introduction like this. I got goosebumps right now. So thank you so much for having me. Lovely to, well, see you all, or thank you for joining. And yeah, let me just reach out the next 10 minutes, a huge invitation to each and every single one of you to join Open Network Learning and becoming part of our global community of practice of online teachers and learners. So yeah, Jörg Pareigis, I'm originally from Germany, but lived now for the last 20 years in Sweden. I'm working at Karlstad University. I'm the head of the library there. And my colleagues from the organizing team you see here, we together took over the work from Lars Ullin and others who took care of this community previously. And originally, this work is done by Chrissy Neranzi and Lars Ullin, who came up with the predecessor of Open Network Learning, Flexible Distance Online Learning, or FDOL, already in 2013, I think. So, and ONL exists since 2014, so 11 years now, and still going strong, and still, unfortunately, in need of, because, well, online learning is not done as we could, and we're not saying that you have to do it like this. This is an invitation to experience, I think, which is still for many of us very, very different. So Bianca probably also keeps track of the chat. I'll make sure that there's at least 5 minutes time for questions and answers in the end. So I'll pop in some links also then in the chat, I think. I'm new to collaborate. Yeah, so the organizer from the ONL course are based in Switzerland, in Sweden, and in Finland at the moment, at those institutions you see in the top right. Karlstad University, Arcada in Finland, and the University of Applied Sciences in Zurich. So what is this, and what am I extending an invitation to? I'm trying to condense this in 6 or 7 minutes or so, which is really not that easy. Open Network Learning is a course and a community and an approach. It's designed for teachers in higher education settings or other settings, but mainly higher education, but also educational technologists, learning designers, or anyone who's really interested in teaching online or blended settings. So Everyone can participate. It's free and fully open, fully online. And you find the link here on top of the page, and opennetworklearning.se. If you Google it, you might find also the old WordPress.com page from Open Network Learning, but the www.opennetworklearning.se is the current address we're working with. And thank you so much for the link in the chat. It takes time, or takes place twice per term, once in the autumn term, and we're in the middle of the 252 iteration, the second iteration of 2025. The course spreads out over 12 weeks. It takes about 80 hours of your time to get the most out of it, and at least 60, I'd say, to really get a certificate if you want to, because you will be collaborating in small teams with 2 facilitators guiding your group, and we apply problem-based learning as a pedagogical approach to the course. Yeah, and if you fulfilled your activity and took part actively in the PBL group discussions and meetings, and did individual reflections on your learning, then you can get in the end a course certificate. And all of this for free, all of this just a click away. What is this then about more content-wise? Well, it is about open network learning and how to design online courses, blended learning courses, and things related to this. And we structure the course in the following way. As in many online learning models, we take some good time to get used to the technical environment, and that's the first week, the getting started week, where participants form their user accounts for our learning management system, which is in this case a WordPress multi-site, set up shop, getting used to this course, which is a little bit different than other courses and seems to be a little bit yeah, great question, Amar. Thank you so much. This is both synchronous and asynchronous. So as I was mentioning, you work together with other participants in small problem-based learning groups, and those groups meet twice a week during from the connecting week, the second week of the course, which takes 1 week until the end. Twice per week, 1 hour each. And we fully understand that this is not always possible for everyone. So you can also, so to speak, make up for missed synchronous sessions. But if you want to get the most out of it and really participate in a PBL group, you have to be able to commit to also meeting others and work together in this PBL group. We have some other forms of participating as well. If you say like, okay, I don't care about the certificate and I don't care so much about for group work, then you could take part in as an independent learner as well. But this might be a little bit too much for this presentations. You can read all about this on the course homepage. So it is all things related to online course design and blended learning course design. So a reflection and introduction on like which online, what kind of digital literacies do I have at the moment? How do I participate online, and how do I would like to participate, and how does this shape my opportunities for designing great courses. The course is called Open Network Learning, so we talk about open education. Yes, so we try to match the groups by when are you able to join and meet the other groups. So then it's about network collaborative learning, a topic about design for online and blended learning, and then a reflection summing it all up, course. I'm rushing through this a little bit, maybe because there's so much to say about the course. The most important one is it's really a global international community. These are some of the institutional partners, universities who are with us, mainly from Europe, but also South Africa, represented and open to everyone, really. We also invite open learners, and that would be, in this case right now, you, I guess. And so we open to everyone. First come, first serve basis on the iterations, but open to everyone. So just sign up and be part of this international group of learners who come all from different parts of the world and different subject areas. We form you then in those groups, and you have a facilitator and co-facilitator as part of it. And Bianca, for instance, is a facilitator right now. It's really for everyone. You don't, if you have an interest in learning and teaching and learning specifically online, everyone is welcome. It's just some name dropping here. Maybe it might recognize a few faces and names. They have participated as guest lecturers for voluntary online live sessions and webinars, and you're welcome to join them anyway. And we also have some evidence that this is actually working and increasing participants' digital literacies. You find the links or also on the homepage, of course. I can maybe see if I can pop them in during the Q&A session. Here, the links to the research article. And why we call it a community of practice also, because all these faces you see here, they are part of this community of practice of the ONL team. They have been former participants and partly current facilitators and co-facilitators, and they come always back, sometimes after a year or two, but whenever they feel for it again and have the opportunity, they put their hand up and join as a co-facilitator or facilitator as a group. Just some last words about how your institutions could join and other institutions can join and become an institutional participant and institutional partner university in this course is usually one of the colleagues, maybe from the Center for Teaching and Learning or something like this, joins as an open learner, like you could in the next iteration. Then in the iteration afterwards, they would join the ONL team of facilitators and join a PBL group as co-facilitator, and in the year afterwards, in the next iteration as a facilitator. Now I missed a few questions here, but ready for the Q&A session soon. So this is the regular process, I think, the way like Bianca approached her journey. So the next iteration, and this is really the invitation here and the call to action for you, scan this code, look for the register for ONL 261 on the course homepage, leave your name and email address, and we get in touch with you once the registration opens for the next iteration. It will run from February to middle of May. As I said, 80 hours approximately for you. Some synchronous sessions, a lot of asynchronous work. And and then it's all about what we tell our participants, have fun and enjoy the ride. Thank you so much, and looking forward to your questions now. I think I took some along the way, but there might be one or the other missing. Do you need to complete the certificate? Yeah, well, you need, yes. And no, guest lectures we welcome. We usually take some international researchers or subject matter experts in online teaching and learning as guest lecturers, but as a facilitator, we would like you to have run through and finished the entire course iteration. Did I miss any question in the chat so far?
I'm
Yes, just
checking to see if there's anything else. I see, thank you so much for sharing that, Jörg. And I see that Bruce kindly put in the link for the registration for ONL 261. I really appreciate the time it's taken to come and speak with us, Jörg. We'll also be putting this onto our YouTube channel, so as soon as it's up, we can also share it around. But I'm really letting everyone know in this list that you would be silly not to join. It really is eye-opening. The reason I went back is especially for the networking. I cannot tell you just how important it is to realize that we're all going through the same things. And if we just put our minds together, we can honestly change the way that we see and view education. These are the places where I think the changes are going to happen. These are the spaces where we're going to think about AI, integrity, a lot of the problems that we're all facing. I think once we think of this in a transdisciplinary way, for instance, the group I'm working with at the moment, we have someone who is in the languages field, someone in the medical field, another person in the accounting and IT field, and then also a musician. So it's fascinating. And then obviously coming with my design background, the way that we just are able to pull different parts out of a problem really is exciting. So yeah, I can just speak from my perspective as well, Jörg, that this is an opportunity that no one should be missing.
Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, you are all most welcome to join the next iteration. Yeah, and
Wonderful.
have a great day.
Thank you very much.